everyone, welcome back to the garden. Today might not be the best day to plant. It's a little bit chilly, as evidenced by my fall jacket and hood. However, I'm going on a work trip tomorrow and this is the only time I have to start planting some of my seedling. Now the great thing is I got these from a Master Gardener sale last weekend and they've already been hardened off. So they are acclimated to being outside, and today I'm going to plant the climbing squashes. This is my first time trying a climbing squash, so we will see how it goes. Let's head into the garden and get started. Let's get these climbing squash plants in the raised bed behind me and getting up the trellis. I really want to get a few things in the ground so that my mother has to take care of less seedlings for me. Now I've got two different climbing squashes. One is called Incredible Escalator. And this one, which I'm really excited about, is Trombetta di Albenga. This one is super exciting because not only is it a climbing squash, which takes up less space because it's gonna go vertical, but it also is a kind of a summer squash and a winter squash all in one. If you harvest a squash while they're still pretty immature, they're like a zucchini, a summer squash. But if you leave them on the plant and they'll get larger, they'll harden and become like winter squash. It'll have a similar taste to a butternut. So I'm really excited about this one. I wish I had gotten more than one, but it is what it is. We're gonna see how it goes this year. And if it goes well, I will definitely plant it again next year. This bed currently has red onions and a volunteer tomato that's already about 2.5 feet tall, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna plant one of the Incredible Escalators right in the middle of the bed. So I plan to have a tomato here and a tomato on that side with the Incredible Escalator going up the middle. Now I don't have compost, unfortunately, so I will top dress with compost when I come back from my trip. What I do have is fresh potting soil. And I think I'm just going to prep the entire back of the bed. I'm going to move the mulch over. And I am going to put fresh potting soil down. So whenever you plant in raised beds, the soil is going to compact over the year. And also, when you take out your plants, soil is going to come out sometimes with the roots as well. So you do have a loss of soil level. So it's always good to top off with some fresh potting soil. All right, I just got a bucket here of some fertilizer. I'm going to make a nice size hole here for the plant. Like squashes, they don't like their roots disturbed. So if you make a larger hole, you don't have to like wiggle it in there. You can just drop it right on it. Now this fertilizer, I left outside in the rain, but it still is going to work. Mix it in with the soil. Here it is. I put vermiculite on top because we're getting some fungus gnats. Put the label here. Now these will climb right on up. I may have to train it at the very beginning, but then it'll take care of itself. Just gonna squeeze it gently. You can see the roots coming out. Gently, if I had left it longer, it definitely would have been root bound. We're gonna tip it right on in here, with it going toward the trellis. There we go. Wonderful. All right, straighten it up just a tiny bit, and we're going to backfill. Now, if I had compost, I would put compost right around it. I don't, so I will top dress it with compost when I come back. And I'm going to press down on it to ensure that there are no air pockets in there. We want the roots to be in contact with the soil all around it. This was a super heavy bag of soil that a friend actually gifted me with. Super appreciative of, because I'm out, so it's coming in handy. This bed has a lot going on in it, okay? I've got different holes in here from where I pulled plants. It's very uneven. You can see how much the soil has gone down, even more in the corner over here. I'm going to refill this. I use the hugelkultur method for my raised beds, which means I have twigs, logs, leaves, grass clippings on the very bottom, and then I fill it with the raised bed mix. And so there are gaps because as time goes on, the material on the bottom will start decomposing and air gaps appear. And so there's a large hole here. I can put my hand all the way down there. And so this is actually great because I can put the soil in exactly where I need it. This is raised bed and container mix. It's organic. I'm not going to use all of this because I do want to save some to refresh the soil in the large pot I'm going to use for the Trombetta squash. Alright, there we go. Wonderful. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to mix it with the existing soil. I got a better tool, so I think this will help a bit more to mix it in. Just, you know, the top 3 inches or so. Ew, is that a roach? Oh God, it's a roach. How disgusting. Get out, get out! Ah! Oh, disgusting! Yuck! I think it's because of, I don't know. I honestly don't know what it's because of. That was really gross. Do roaches eat plants, y'all? I don't know. I don't want it eating my plants if it has friends in here. That was really gross. Oh, how yucky. Oh God, there's another one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the things I didn't know about gardening. Oh God, there's like a, oh God, there's a hive. Oh, yuck. Oh no, we gotta go. I'm sorry. No, I can't do roaches. I know they're not in the house, but dear God, there were like 5 of them that just came out of that hole. I can't. I'll come back. Oh my God. That was disgusting. Y'all, that was so gross. Oh God, yuck. You know what? Maybe I'll have my chickens come out. Oh my God. They're all walking all over the place. I can't. What does one do? Oh, how disgusting. Oh. Guys, I don't know what to do. They're still coming out of the hole. I've got a raised bed of roaches. I'm gonna get the chickens. I'm gonna grab a chicken, put her on it, and see if she will eat the roaches for me. So grossed out. Okay. Hold on a moment, please. Shh. You're gonna come and eat the roaches. Yeah, but you're gonna come and eat roaches. Eat the roaches. There they go. Eat them, eat them, eat them. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She got one. Praise God. Keep going. There are more in there. Turn around and eat. Turn around. There's more in there, babe. Thank God for chickens. Oh my gosh, how disgusting. Let's see if I can get more out of there. Because we can't have a whole raised bed of chickens. Oh, she left. Come on, friend. All right. I have calmed down. My girl ate one of the roaches, at least one, and I did some research. Roaches live in the garden, which is disgusting, but they like mulch, they like organic rotting matter, and so I've got organic materials at the bottom of this bed that might be what drew them to it. So I am no longer going to mix the new soil with the old soil because they're in that corner and I don't want to disturb them. I don't need to be traumatized again. So I'm just going to go ahead in the center, plant the other Incredible Escalator, and we're going to move away from this bed very quickly. So let's get it done. I cannot tell you, I mean, I'm sure you guys understand how grossed out that made me. Oh my gosh. And I'm not one to like go crazy about bugs, but I can't see roaches, man. Oh, there's another one in the corner, dear God. We're going to quickly get some fertilizer, mix it in there. And we are going to get the Incredible Escalator, put the label there, and gently tap it out. Wonderful. Flip it right on over. Oh, I messed up on that one. That's definitely going to have transplant shock with the way I just broke apart the entire root ball. Press it down and help it to get on the trellis. Cover that hole where they were coming from. I will come back and cover it with mulch, but I am getting away from here as quickly as possible. Again, when I come back, I will get compost, top dress with compost, water in, and let it start doing its thing. Now I have two pots. One is 10-gallon pot, one is 15. I'm pretty sure I cannot lift it. So let's see the easiest way to do this. So I guess I will scoop. What I often find in the garden is that you're like, oh, I'll just plant 3 seedlings real quick, no problem. But like there are other things that you need to do before planting said seedlings that I didn't think about. All right, let's see if I can lift this. Yes, wonderful. Woohoo! Wonderful. All right, we're going to break this up. I looked up the Trombetta squash and how large of a pot it needs. 5 to 7 was the smallest. I think that's too small. 10 or more was recommended This again is about 15 gallons, so it's a good size. If I had a larger one, I would use it, but this is the largest I have. Got it for free also. Hello. Let your friends know you like gardening. If they have pots laying about, my friend bought a home. The former owner was a gardener. I got a bunch of pots and tools out of the deal. So always spread the word that you are a gardener, and your friends and family will bless you with things. So anyway, I don't have a larger pot than this, so I wanted to make sure I got as large a pot as possible because this is going to be a vining plant and it will produce large fruit. You want it to have adequate space to have a really robust and healthy root system. The roots are what is going to help to sustain the plant and allow it to have the intake it needs to produce all of the fruit that you're going to get from it. See, but for now, let's finish up this project. That is the perfect amount. Like the others, I will top dress with compost. Right depth. Now this is a raised bed and container mix, so it should be fine. Getting some fertilizer in there. Mix it up. I really do wish I'd bought 2 of these because I can't find them anywhere. There are a few others like Rampicanti, I believe also will, it is a bit root bound, so I'm just going to loosen it a tiny bit. Rampicanti will also, I believe, if kept on the vine, turn into a winter squash, but I can't find any of those kind of squash at my local nurseries. And so I really do wish I'd bought 2 of these, but alas, next year, right? I'm gonna push down on this little guy. Wonderful. Now I'm really excited about this little plant here. I am excited to see it climb up this trellis. And one thing I love about this is that it will save space. Normally, if you grow the traditional squash, they take up a lot of room, but this one is going to go up the trellis, and that vertical growth is going to save space in the bed itself for more plants. So I'm going to have a granadero on either side. Those are paste tomatoes, indeterminate, and they'll grow up the trellis as well. And then I plan to have some marigolds, some zinnias, and maybe some leafy greens in the middle. The marigolds and zinnia will provide a little bit of shade for the leafy greens. That is the tentative plan for this bed. We'll see what else I come up with. We're going to water this in. I keep pots all over the garden to collect rainwater. So we've got some rainwater here to get this nicely established. And then I am going to take the mulch and just mulch around it. Now I will mulch the entire bed, don't worry about it, but for right now, I just want to focus on this little guy here. I'm going to do that for all 3 of these squash, and before I call it a day here in the garden, I'm going to refill the chickens' water and food so that my mom is set up for my time on my work trip. If you guys have grown climbing squash like the Incredible Climber, or if you've grown Trombetta, please let me know in the comments. Send me all your tips and advice. This is my first time growing any of these, and I'm looking to you to support me so that I can have a successful harvest. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to watch a few other videos, and I will see you in the next one. Happy gardening, everyone.